Pleasure feels good, but progress feels better. We live in a world that worships comfort. Everywhere you look, it's pleasure. Cheap hits of dopamine, quick distractions, a system built to keep you lazy, soft, and satisfied with average. Scroll a little longer, sleep a little more, skip the work, do it tomorrow. But tomorrow is the excuse of the weak. Here's the truth no one tells you. Pleasure is the trap. Progress is the way. Pleasure feels good now, but it steals from your future. Progress hurts now, but it builds your future. One numbs your ambition, the other unleashes it. Every time you choose comfort, you're falling behind. Every time you choose discipline, you're pulling ahead. You think success is some magical moment? No, it's built in the boring reps, the quiet grind, the hard days no one sees. Comfort is the enemy of growth. Every morning when you wake up, the war begins. And it's not a war against the world. It's not against your boss, your school, or your parents. It's a war against yourself, the soft you, the lazy you, the version of you that just wants to feel good, not be good. And every time you choose pleasure over progress, comfort over commitment, you're giving that version the upper hand. You're handing the enemy your sword and saying, "Here, take it. I don't feel like fighting today." Let's be brutally honest. That nap you didn't need, that scroll that turned into hours, that "I'll start tomorrow" that you've whispered to yourself for years, those aren't just bad habits. They're betrayals. You're betraying your future. You're turning your back on the man you could have been. And the worst part? It feels good. That's the trap. That's why it's dangerous. Because pleasure is slick. It's easy. It's addictive. It tells you just a few minutes, then suddenly it's been months, then years. Then you're waking up one day and you don't recognize yourself. Understand this. Pleasure is the enemy disguised as a reward. It's dressed in comfort. It tastes sweet, but it leaves you hollow. Because pleasure gives you nothing that lasts. No muscle, no money, no pride, no power. It just gives you a hit, a temporary escape, and then drops you back weaker than before. Progress, on the other hand, that's the hard road. The uphill battle, the pain, the discipline, the repetition. Progress is grinding when you're tired. It's lifting when you're sore. It's studying when you're unfocused. It's doing what most won't every damn day so that one day you can live how most can't. Let me be clear. Comfort is killing more dreams than failure ever will, because comfort doesn't destroy you overnight. It doesn't come in swinging. It comes in silent, subtle. One skipped workout, one more cheat day, one more, "It's okay, I'll do it later." Until you've built a life on excuses and buried your potential under pleasure. You weren't made for that. You weren't born to chase ease. You weren't put here to be comfortable. You were made to suffer, to struggle, to go to war with every weak part of yourself and win. The men who rise, the ones you respect, the ones you secretly wish you were, they've bled for their progress. They've sacrificed nights, weekends, comfort, friends. They've felt pain, doubt, fatigue, failure, and kept moving anyway. That's what makes them dangerous. That's what makes them different. It's not talent. It's not luck. It's not genetics. It's hunger. It's war with comfort. It's a relentless pursuit of progress, no matter how they feel. Let me break it down even further. There are two types of pain in life: the pain of discipline and the pain of regret. One lasts minutes, the other lasts forever. Which one are you choosing? Because every time you chase pleasure, you're pushing regret closer. And every time you choose progress, you're buying back your future. And don't misunderstand, progress isn't always pretty. You won't always see the results right away. It's quiet, it's lonely, it's slow. But every rep adds up, every early morning adds up, every ignored distraction adds up, until one day, boom, You break through. The world starts to notice. The results start to show. People start asking, bro, how'd you do it? But they'll never understand what you gave up to get here, because you gave up pleasure. You gave up comfort. You gave up soft. And you traded it all for power, for purpose, for presence, for peace. So here's the truth you have to live by. Comfort is not your reward. Comfort is your cage. Pleasure is not the goal. Progress is. And real men, they don't chase what feels good. They chase what makes them good. They choose the cold shower. They choose the hard workout. They choose the grind. Not because they love pain, but because they love what pain builds. They love what it turns them into: focused, hardened, respected, relentless. You want that life? You want to rise? You want to separate from the crowd? Then you've got to kill comfort. You've got to reject cheap pleasure. You've got to declare war on average. And every time you want to skip, every time you want to quit, every time you want to just relax for a bit, you stand up, you lock in, and you remind yourself, I'm not here to feel good. I'm here to become dangerous. I don't chase pleasure, I chase progress. I don't run from pain, I build through it. Comfort is the enemy. Pleasure is the poison. Progress is the mission. Now get back in the arena. Fight, bleed, evolve, or stay soft and stay forgotten. Progress hurts before it heals. Let's drop the comfort talk. Let's kill the soft mindset, because this part, this chapter right here, this is where most people give up. They say they want progress. They say they want results. They say they want that power, that focus, that fire. But the second it gets uncomfortable, they fold. They go back to the easy route, back to pleasure, back to dopamine, back to softness. And that's exactly why they stay stuck. Because here's the truth. Progress will not greet you with a smile. Progress will punch you in the face. It'll test your patience, your character, your soul. It hurts before it heals. Every damn time. Want to grow? You'll bleed for it. You'll cry for it. You'll walk through days where your mind screams, give up, and you'll still have to keep going. You'll wake up sore. You'll go to sleep unsatisfied. You'll look in the mirror and wonder, why am I doing this? And the weak version of you will beg for comfort. But listen closely. Every day you fight back, you kill that weakness. Every day you choose progress over pleasure, you gain an inch. Every morning you get up when it's hard, you build a brick in your legacy. Every night you rest after doing the work, you build self-respect most men will never touch. Because you're not chasing likes, you're not chasing approval, you're chasing a standard. Pleasure is for the moment, progress is for the man. Pleasure makes you feel good right now, progress makes you powerful forever. But here's the catch. Progress is expensive. It costs your comfort. It costs your excuses. It costs your old self, the lazy one, the weak one, the one who gave up when it got hard. And that's the sacrifice you have to be willing to make. You want to evolve? Burn the old you, the one that needed motivation, the one that chased fun over focus, the one that talked big but moved small. He's dead now. Because the version of you that's coming, he doesn't need hype. He doesn't chase motivation. He doesn't wait for the right moment. He creates the moment. He commands his future. He walks through hell and walks out smiling. Let me tell you something that no one says out loud. Every time you choose progress, you earn power in silence. No claps, no gold stars, no attention, just you. Grinding in the dark. Turning pressure into diamonds, turning discipline into identity. You go to war with your distractions. You kill comfort with routine. You replace weakness with repetition. And eventually, you stop flinching. You stop breaking. You stop hesitating. Because progress doesn't just give you results. It gives you you, the real you. The focused, feared, locked-in version of yourself that's been buried under layers of comfort, fear, laziness, and lies. Let me ask you right now, are you addicted to how pleasure feels? Or are you obsessed with who progress makes you become? Because one gives you an escape, the other gives you a throne. One keeps you soft, the other makes you sharp, ruthless, untouchable. Pleasure is found in the now. Progress is built forever. So let it hurt. Let it break you. Let it tear apart every excuse inside your mind. Because when it's done with you, you won't be a boy anymore. You'll be a man who walked through hell, stood tall, and earned the right to say, I built this. Built the body, built the mindset, built the discipline, built the life. So remember this, progress won't hold your hand. It'll punch your gut. And that's exactly why you need it, because in a world full of shortcuts, comfort, and dopamine addicts, you chose war. You chose grind. You chose power. And that makes you rare. That makes you dangerous. That makes you different. So next time the pain hits, next time you want to quit, next time your brain says, this is too much, you look it in the face and say, good, bring it. I'm not here to feel good. I'm here to get better. Find pleasure in the progress, not the pause. Most people live for the pause. They wake up looking for an escape, coffee, comfort, content. They want to feel good, but they don't want to get better. They chase that short-term pleasure like a drug. Scroll a little more, snack a little more, sleep a little more, procrastinate everything that matters, just for one more hit of comfort, and they don't even realize they're dying in slow motion. Because they're not just wasting time, they're wasting potential, wasting strength, wasting life. But you don't live for the pause, you live for the progress. You're not chasing the buzz, you're chasing the build. Because real men don't need entertainment to feel alive. They don't need distractions to feel okay. They find pleasure in the pursuit. Imagine this, you wake up early, it's dark, it's cold. Your body's screaming for comfort, but your mind's locked in. You hit the gym. The first rep burns. The last one breaks you, and you love it. Because every drop of sweat is a message. I showed up today. I'm not like them. You read, you write, you build, you execute. While the world is still asleep, you're earning inches. And those inches, they add up to miles. This is your drug now. Not comfort, not dopamine, not distractions, progress, the slow, powerful, relentless grind of becoming better than who you were yesterday. Most men want to feel good. You want to become dangerous. That's the shift. That's the edge. You don't find joy in escaping the grind. You find joy in dominating it. You start to crave that sharp edge, the place where your limits get tested. You don't run from hard, you run into it. Because you know that fire doesn't burn the real ones, it builds them. They want ease. You want evolution. They're celebrating a day off. You're celebrating one more day of discipline, because every day you hold the line. You grow stronger, sharper, wiser, hungrier. And here's what they'll never get. The pain of progress feels better than the pleasure of quitting. The burn in your muscles, the ache in your back, the exhaustion in your eyes, it all feels good because you earned it. And earning it beats escaping it every single time. You want to feel alive? Don't hit snooze. Don't numb out. Don't pause your life for cheap hits of dopamine. Get up and move that needle. Chase the habit, not the hack. Crave the pain, not the pass. You want power, you want presence, you want pride. It doesn't come from scrolling. It comes from showing up when no one's watching, grinding when no one's cheering, leveling up when no one believes in you. That's how warriors are built. Progress is better than pause, every single time. And the truth is, once you train yourself to love progress, you become unstoppable, because nobody can take that from you. Not doubt, not delay, not failure, not fear. You stop needing motivation because the work is the reward, the pain is the proof, and the process is the pleasure. While the rest of the world is numbing themselves into mediocrity, you're building something they can't even comprehend. Discipline, drive, depth. That's what separates the weak from the warriors, the boys from the men, the spectators from the savage. So stop looking for the pause. Start hunting progress and never ever stop climbing. Because the man who finds pleasure in progress will always outlast the man who only chases comfort. Your future is built in boring moments. The life you want will never be built on excitement. It will be built on boredom, discipline, routine, relentless consistency. That's the part they don't show you on social media. Success isn't flashy. It's not some dramatic movie-like transformation. It's not you standing on stage with lights and cheers. It's you in your room, grinding alone while everyone else is out laughing. It's you choosing pain today so you never have to live with regret tomorrow. That's real. That's raw. That's what separates boys from men. Because the world is full of guys who can show up when it's fun, who train hard when they're motivated, who post the grind when it looks cool. But only a few, the chosen few, can keep showing up when it's dull, when it's repetitive, when it feels like nothing's changing. And that's when everything is actually changing, but slowly, silently, secretly, until one day the results scream louder than anything you've ever said. While they're seeking highs, you're building foundations. Every day, guys waste hours chasing little hits of pleasure, scrolling, eating, sleeping in, doing the bare minimum. They think they're winning because they're comfortable. But comfort is a lie. It feels good now and destroys you later. You know better. You felt that inner fire, that war inside your chest telling you, I'm meant for more, and you are. But that more won't come through motivation. It comes from the grind nobody claps for. Let them chase validation. Let them chase shortcuts. Let them chase fake freedom. You chase mastery. You chase self-respect. You chase the life that few are disciplined enough to earn. The daily battle no one sees. It's waking up before the sun, not because it's cool, but because your mission won't wait. It's going to war in the gym when your muscles ache, because your comfort zone won't build your dream body. It's locking in for hours on your craft when your friends are out partying, because you know those parties won't get you paid. It's not sexy, it's not exciting, and sometimes it feels like nothing's happening. But everything is happening. Every rep is building your discipline. Every early morning is sharpening your edge. Every lonely night is crafting your future. You're not just working, you're transforming. You're becoming a weapon. This is the real test. Can you stay locked in? Can you stay locked in when no one's watching? Can you push yourself when there's no reward in sight? Can you suffer in silence knowing it's shaping you into a machine? Most can't. Most fold. They want results without routine, status without sacrifice, confidence without confrontation. But you're different. You don't just want greatness. You're willing to bleed for it. You're not scared of boring. You welcome it. Because you understand the boring work is the sacred work. It's where you level up. It's where you separate yourself. It's where you become dangerous. When the world finally notices, it's already too late. One day they'll see the transformation. They'll say, you're lucky. They'll say, it just worked out for you. But you'll know, they didn't see the grind. They didn't see the hours when you could have relaxed, but chose to work. They didn't see the 1,000 tiny moments you sacrifice pleasure for purpose. And by the time they try to catch up, you're already gone. Too far ahead, too focused, too forged by fire, because your results will be too loud to deny, too real to ignore, too powerful to compete with. The boring path is the warrior's path, so yes, success is boring, but boring builds beasts. Boring builds legacies. Boring builds kings. You'll have to be patient when no one claps. You'll have to fight off the voices telling you to slow down, give in, take it easy. You'll have to earn your self-respect through reps, sweat, silence, and pain. But what you get in return is worth every second. Not just success, not just money, not just status, but pride. The kind of pride that can't be bought. The kind of confidence that comes from knowing you did it the hard way. You suffered, you endured. You stayed disciplined while others fell off. You kept building while others broke down. You didn't run from the boring. You embraced it, and that's why you'll win. In the end, pleasure is the trap. It feels good now, but it steals your future. Progress doesn't always feel good, but it pays you back for life. So make the trade. Comfort for growth, distraction for discipline, pleasure for progress. If you're still here, you're not like the rest. Like, subscribe, and drop the keyword progress over pleasure in the comments to prove you stayed till the end. See you in the next one.